Hey everyone, my name's Lindsay, one of the tutors from Avoca College, and today I'll be going over a series of tutorials on how to create a simple crossbow in 3ds Max 2015. In this tutorial, I'll be using a technique called box modeling. Now, box modeling is a technique used to create a simple to complex model starting only with a simple box. These models could include from buildings in a game to real-life objects. We'll be going over a step-by-step on how to use reference images to create simple blueprints and topology plans and import them into 3ds Max using as guides. Assuming you have folder structure set up correctly, we'll be gathering a few reference images from the internet to use for our 3D model and saving them into the reference image file. If you do not have your folder structure correctly set up, please refer to the document provided for you. You should end up with something like this. Okay, so you should have like a folder called ICAGAM514A, first name or your last name. Inside these, you should have two more folders called Category 1 and Category 2. And within Category 1 and Category 2, you should have two more folders called Reference Images and Working. Okay, to start off, let's open Google, go to the images, and just type in Crossbow. Okay. To refine our search a little more, we'll just go up to the little Options gear, just below the search bar, Advanced Search, and in Image Size, go and tick the little drop-down bar, and probably 124 by 768 is a good size to start with. So once you find that, just go Advanced Search, and that's refined our search a bit more. So what we want to do is collate a few different angles of a crossbow so you can understand how it would work on both sides of the model. So top view might be different, bottom view, side view, and side view. One might have a safety mechanism, one might not. So we're just going to search for simple models at the moment, just so we can add a few images to our reference library. If we scroll down, you'll be able to see this double barrel crossbow here. Now this image here is the image that we'll be using for our blueprint and topology plan. If you cannot find this model, scroll up and just type in double barrel crossbow. And if you cannot find that, simply type in Chronicle of a Lady crossbow. And this will bring up the second option right here for you. So if you select your double barrel crossbow image, go into View Image, Save Image As, and find the location of where you will save your reference images. So for instance, it would be under ICAGAM514A, Lindsay Goodrich for me, Category 1, Reference Images, and just save it under there. You can save it as reference, so crossbow reference 1 for you, but since I've already got it saved under reference 3, I'll just save over that. So crossbow reference 3. Yep. Okay, so I'll just go back again, and let's just find some more crossbows to use as references. So we'll scroll back up and we can find this one here. This one's a little bit a different angle. It's pretty simplistic. So crossbow fixed stock, view image, save image as, and I'll just save it as reference 2. Save, place. I'll go back and just keep going until you find a few more reference images that best suit the double barrel crossbow that we'll be using. Now it's always best to avoid 3D models as reference images. This is because they are a lower resolution, or they are missing a lot of details, so it's always best to use real life images than anything else. Okay, so at this point you should have about 4 to 5 reference images on crossbows, just to give you an understanding on how they operate. Pick which reference image we'll be using, which will be the double barrel crossbow, as you can see in here. This one right here. And our folder structure have been set up correctly. We can now move on to creating some blueprints and a topology plan for these in the next tutorial.